I want to welcome you to the Auburn University family. Many times people will talk about various universities. We'll talk about, I don't know, the Gator Nation, for example. Well, we don't talk about that. We talk about the Auburn University family, and we take that very seriously. All of our students, our faculty, our staff, we're all part of a family. And so it's very, very important. You're very, very important to us, and we want to do whatever we can to assist you. Our location, it doesn't help very much to offer you our assistance if you can't find us. We're currently located in the basement of Langdon Hall. If you go down the steps right beside the front of Langdon in the basement area, there's where you'll find the graduate school. A lot of people can't find us. We haven't been there but about, well, really less than a year. We had some problems with our other building, and so we're there in Langdon temporarily. We'll be there probably through September. Our future home and our past home before we had a fire in Hargis Hall is Hargis Hall. And this is out in front of Hargis Hall is where the picnic will be located tomorrow night. So out there on the lawn in front of this building. And we should be back there around the 1st of October. If ever you have any questions, please understand that the first source of information is the graduate school webpage. We try to keep it up to date, not always, but we do our very best. There's lots of information, including university housing. So if you still have not found housing, then there's university-sponsored housing that's still available. Also, on the graduate school webpage, there's the student webpage, and this is a series of links, information, forms, and other things that are useful to you. So please take advantage of the resources that are provided, and many times in the middle of the night, you got a question at 1 a.m., many times you can get your questions answered. Also, you ought to realize that the #1 source for information about any graduate program is the University Bulletin. And the University Bulletin is available over on the university website, academic website, and it provides information about all the programs. So if you got any questions about any policy, procedure, what you need to do, what you shouldn't do, the University Bulletin has resources and can answer many questions. We have a number of frequently asked questions, and I don't know if you can read that. I'll tell you, I can't read it from here. Can y'all read the answers there? No, I can't see it in that text. So let me just try to answer the questions. These are a series of questions. These will be available out on the university website, on our graduate school website under the orientation. But I was admitted provisionally. What do I need to do during the first semester? Well, you need to clear up whatever the provisional admission requirement was. For example, you may not have submitted your final graduation transcript or cleared a GRE score or something else. And so in those situations, you need to clear up whatever requirement, whatever hold you have as far as your provisional admission. How many hours is considered full-time? If you want to be a full-time student, you need 9 hours. So that's considered full-time. How many hours qualifies you for financial aid or deferring loans? If you're having federally guaranteed financial aid, loans from when you were an undergraduate student, loans as a graduate student, you need at least 5 hours under most circumstances. We also have a Grad 7 AT-AT 0 and 8 AT-AT 0, which is a push to full-time equivalency. That can also be used in certain circumstances to reduce your tuition load and also the load on tuition fellowships. So please take advantage of that, and Teresa and Donna can advise you on the appropriate use of that. What is required to maintain good academic standing? You got to have at least a 3.0. If you fall below 3.0, then you will not be in good academic standing, and If you're below 3.0 for 11 hours or 2 semesters not including summer, then you go on academic suspension. In that case, your department has to make a decision as to whether or not to keep you in the program. And if they do decide to keep you in the program, then you have to put together a remediation plan, which is meant to be a realistic strategy for getting you back on track. Well, I've already talked about what happens if your GPA falls below 3.0, what happens if you're placed on probation, if you're not able to bring your GPA back up to 3.0 within the allotted time. So what happens with IN, NR, IP grades not cleared within 6 months? They become Fs. So if you have not cleared an incomplete within 6 months, then it'll turn into an F. And please understand that 6 months is the rule, is the deadline, but it shouldn't take you 6 months to clear an incomplete. Really shouldn't. Should take you maybe usually just a few weeks. It shouldn't take another semester and a half to clear what was supposed to be done in a semester. So the 6 months is the drop-dead deadline. And you should complete a graduations check, and your plan of study should be completed at least before the previous semester in which you intend to graduate. So when you get ready to graduate, make sure you've got a complete plan of study in place, and make sure that you've applied for graduation. Because if you don't apply for graduation, we don't know to put you on the graduation list, and there's some deadlines for that. So do it the semester before you're ready to graduate. You're required to enroll every semester because of our continuous enrollment policy. You can either enroll for 4-credit classes, or we have a continuous enrollment course, which for a nominal fee keeps you as a student in good standing. So if for whatever reason you don't need to take 4-credit classes, then you can enroll, you must be enrolled at least 2 semesters every academic year. May you take a leave of absence? Yes. All you've got to do is fill out a form and have, there should be some reason for doing it other than you want to take a vacation. But if medical issues, family issues, other things, then you just need to fill out a leave of absence form. And the list of deadlines for graduate students is over on the graduate school website on the academic calendar. And the time limits to complete a degree, you have 6 years to complete a master's, and a doctorate, you have 10 years from the date your program is started. So keep in mind that once you go past those dates, then generally you have to start taking classes over again because your classes start to expire. So how many hours of tuition are covered in the tuition fellowship system? If you have a GTA, GRA, or GA, under the current system, if you're pursuing a master's degree and you're on graduate assistantship, you are covered for the number of hours required for the degree plus 10 hours. You got a 10-hour buffer. So if you should be prudent in the use of your tuition support. Likewise, if you're a doctoral student, it's the number of hours required for the degree plus 20. So if you're a typical doctoral student, it takes you 60 hours minimum for your plan of study. You got a total of 80. If you're a typical master's student that's got somewhere around 30, then you've got a total of 40 hours that'll be supported through your assistantship. In addition to, as the tuition fellowship covers your tuition, and it covers most fees, but there is a proration fee that is charged of, I believe, $200, and then there is a registration fee of $300 and something, $320, I believe. Other than that, most of your fees should be covered by the tuition fellowship program as well as your tuition. For those of you who are receiving university insurance, you'll also need to pay whatever the unsubsidized amount of the insurance is as well. So, welcome to Auburn University, and since I'm running behind time, I will hold off questions, but I'm always available for questions, and the rest of the staff is also available for questions. So welcome to Auburn University. We want this to be a great experience from you, and we'll do whatever we can to help you. Thank you.